I know you haven't met me, but yes, here I am. Hey.
Honestly, that is on like my top list of like things I would rather die than do these things. And it's talk to strangers.
Exactly.
I'm not good at it. I'm just not good at it.
I found that as I've got older, I've got better at making small talk with people, which is it's a bit of a skill, being able to have words come out of your mouth, but your brain is completely detached from anything that's actually going on. You're chatting away about something like the weather or your kids or something, and it's like Homer Simpson with the wee, there's something going on in his brain, but it's not connected. Yeah, it's the same idea. It gets easier, put it that way, because you realise that the person you're speaking to is doing exactly the same thing.
I suppose. They don't want to do. They don't want to do the chat. It's just.
They're forced into it in the same way that you are because of maybe a social situation or something like that, or something to do with work or whatever.
I'd love as a society if we evolved into a place where two humans could be in the same room with each other and not feel the need to converse. I would love that.
Yes, yeah. That's usually called prison.
I have always said I would survive solitary confinement as long as I had books. Genuinely, it would make no difference to my life.
Well, there you go. On Friday night, I went to a charity gig at Cottiers.
I saw Leslie's pictures. Yeah,
it was St Andrew's Hospice and Beatson had a joint thing, and it was their friends had said, it was months and months ago, do you want to go to this? Because I think they knew people that were organising it, and says, it's a couple of bands, it's a couple of tribute bands were playing. So it was a band called Simple Minded, and there was a band called Deacon Blues.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It turned out that they were the same band. They just did a set as a Simple Minds band, and then they went off, and there was other stuff going on. There was like a silent auction, and there was sort of a couple of busker guys as well, and then same people come back on with different clothes on.
Love it.
and did a set as Deacon Blue. So yeah, it was a good night. Enjoyed it because it was just something, just something to do, and it's actually for a good cause and all that as well.
Yeah.
So it was good fun. Yeah. And I actually got a taxi home in like about 10:30 or something because it was pissing down. So it was just like,
it was so bad, wasn't it? I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you'll be able to see this over the webcam, right? But I walked from Hillhead Subway to my office on Thursday, which is like a 5-minute walk, if that.
Yep. Oh, man, I can see that. Yeah.
These were my trousers. Absolutely. I was standing. This is like professional low. Standing in the work bathroom, stand under the hand dryer to dry them so I could go and sit at my desk without squelching every time I moved. The weather has been disgusting. Even when we get out of the GFT on Wednesday night, it wasn't raining, but it was so windy. And that way, when you walk down Buchanan Street, you're like getting blown back up the way. So,
because just when you come round the corner from Rose Street, the wind just hits you. I was
getting blown back up Sucky Hall Street. So the weather has been like really, really grim. The Edgar Wright thing was so good, by the way. It was really it was full for starters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I knew it was sold out. Yeah,
we got there literally about 6:30, so 45 minutes before it started, because I was like, I bet you the queue is going to be out the door. And there was a wee bit of a queue, but nothing bad. I think we got in and missed the sort of main queue, so we sat down like quite near the front. Loads of seats were reserved. I think it was maybe if you were like a Cine card holder, you got the seats right down the front. So we were in that kind of main block, but he came out and did a little bit of spiel beforehand, which was good because it was a wee bit of insight into like filming locations. The actual location manager was there as well on the night. So he was talking about how much he, loved filming in Glasgow and that he'd filmed here once. I think he said like 28 years ago or something with Bill Bailey for a BBC Scotland production. And they were talking about obviously filming at night time and how cold it was and stuff. And then before the film started, he played a message from Glenn Powell, and he came on and he was like, all right, how's it going? To now that really sort of generic Scottish accent people do. But I will give him props because he actually said Glasgow and not Glasgow, that a lot of Americans say. So he was just saying how lovely it was to film in the city, and that he'd actually been to the film festival years before with Richard Linklater. but obviously, like, and that's what Paul Gallagher was saying, like, nobody knew who he was back then. The big deal was Richard Linklater, not Glenn Powell.
That would be Come On, wouldn't it? That film?
Something like that. I think he said it was that film.
It's the one about the baseball players.
Yes,
college baseball players. Yes, that was that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So he was obviously just like a nobody back then, which is quite funny when you think about it. And then did the Q&A, which was really, really good as well. And then he also said, and I actually put this in my wee caption, did you ever think you'd see the climax of a big blockbuster action film on the ramp up to Pure Gym? It really made me laugh. But he was so nice, and he actually showed the clip of the Bill Bailey show that he filmed in Prestwick Airport, of all places. But he was so, like, you can tell he just loves cinema, like the random films and books and stuff that he was like rattling off while he was talking about making films. It just goes to show you like how much he actually loves like what he does and genuinely enjoys like watching films and reading books. And he was talking about he'd love to make a musical, he'd love to make more comedy, he'd love to go back into out and out horror. So, and he also said he'd love to come back to Glasgow, which of course got a big cheer. But he was very generous with his time. Like it was really, really good.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, it makes such a difference when people are engaged, doesn't it? With sort of both the audience and the sort of filmmakers. That's why I always really like these Q&As at film festivals, because they're there for a reason. They're there to promote the film, and it's down to the sort of the love of the film. Like Ben Wheatley, for instance, he does like lots of Q&As when he tours his film sometimes, like whenever one is out. If it's not like a massive big film, you know, if it's one of the smaller ones, then he'll actually go out and promote that and all that. And he's brilliant live as well. He's really engaged. It's the same as Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright, every single he's been doing the sort of the full circuit. He's been on loads of podcasts and things like that and talking about his film and everything, which is great, but the film hasn't been that much of a success, unfortunately. It's kind of been a wee bit of a disappointment.
Which is why I wonder if he's doing this to try, because he's obviously talking about physical media quite a lot, and I think it's maybe just to try and boost that, because he signed a lot of random copies and left them in FOP and HMV down in Union Street and Argyle Street. So it was like go and find the signed copies sort of thing. So I think there's obviously a real push to get everyone to go out and buy the film. I don't understand why it's not performed that well. I mean, having watched it for the second time, one, I felt like there was more Edgar Wright-isms than I caught in it the first time. And two, it is just good fun. It's just a big popcorn blockbuster. I don't understand why it's not done that well at all. I don't know if it's timing, like maybe when it was released. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah. It was up against Now You Three Me.
Christ. Is that honestly the name of that?
Well, I don't know. I can't remember.
Are you just making that up? I was like, who thought of that?
No, it's called Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which should have been the title of the second film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's Now You See Me, Now You Don't. But a lot of people are calling it Now You Three Me because they missed a trick there calling it that. Yeah. But yeah, that basically hoovered up all of the money.
Really?
And it was out at the same time as The Running Man, so
wow.
But it was,
I've seen the first one of that, but never enough. It wasn't enough to make me ever wish for a sequel, let alone go and watch them.
Yeah, I didn't want to see a second or even a third one of them. And I know they're on Netflix and stuff, but just not going near that nonsense. It's just rubbish. Not interested in it at all. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that it hasn't done as well as it should, but it's done well enough, I think. It's not tarnished anybody.
Oh God, no. No.
But it was expected to do better because Glenn Powell was in it.
Well, interestingly, his most recent film is tanking review-wise. The one with Margaret Qualley. I can't remember what it's called. The one where he's like it's a remake of an Ealing comedy. I can't remember what it's called this time around. Yes, I can't remember what it's called. That's not doing well at all. Yeah,
that's a shame. But having seen the trailer for that one a couple of times, I thought, it doesn't.
I've not even seen a trailer.
Yeah, I saw a trailer last time I was at the cinema. I think it might have actually been. Yeah, it was when I went to see Wasteman. I saw a trailer for it. It didn't mention, that it was a remake, but it just looked very much like it. It's slightly different in that in Ken Hearts and Coronets, Alec Guinness played all the roles. He played about 9 roles in the film. Whereas in this one, I don't think Glenn Powell's doing the same sort of stretch, because they would just think, it'd be Hitman 2 then, yeah. But he could obviously do it, he has proven he could do it. But I just didn't think it looked that good a film, to be perfectly honest. And I think, but I would watch it, I suppose. But I haven't rushed out to see it at all, which is
which is part of the problem, isn't it? We talk about this all the time about, I'll just wait till streaming, and that is one of those films that, do you know what? See if I saw it on Amazon Prime or Netflix, I probably would give it a go, but because there's so much other stuff out at the cinema, and you feel like you're sort of racing against time at the moment with cinema, like I have to go and see this when it comes out, otherwise it's going to disappear. So you kind of have to make your choices of, well, what do I think is going to find a home on streaming, and what do I think has got a limited run at cinema, and I just need to take my chances and go, sort of thing. So it's a shame, but this is the world we live in.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's not very much that can be done about it, unfortunately. If people don't want to go and see something, then they won't go and see it. So simple as that. But people have only got themselves to blame when it comes to complaining about, well, all these films are all the same. And you say, well, yeah, because that's the ones that are making the money. So yeah, so shut up.
Exactly. I did do a wee poll on my Instagram stories yesterday. I posted a picture of the Monsters box set and asked people which monster they thought we were going to chat about next. So 45% of people thought we were going to talk about the Invisible Man next. Frankenstein got 27% of the vote. The Wolfman got 9% of the vote. And interestingly, the Phantom of the Opera got 19% of the vote. So I feel like maybe we should take our cue from this and say that the Invisible Man has to be next after this one, because that's obviously what the people want.
Yep, works for me, yes, yeah. And it gives us a chance to see The Bride, !
Yes.
As well, before we talk about Bride of Frankenstein as well. So, yeah, which again, that hasn't done very well.
Oh, the reviews that I have read of that are scathing. And obviously, Jessie Buckley, Oscar hopeful this weekend. People are saying it's just as well this came out after all of the Hamnet fuss and praise, because it's not good, which, in fairness, I disagree with it on a premise level, because I strongly think this is the wrong interpretation of that character, because I feel very strongly about The Bride of Frankenstein, like the original film, but I didn't think it was going to be as bad as some of the stuff that I've read, so that would be a fun one to talk about, I think.
Yeah, hopefully she's got away with it in terms of the Oscar. It's possibly just a wee bit too late to have influenced voters. I think it's all done and dusted with the votes. It's not like, if you remember back when Eddie Murphy was in Oscar contention for Dreamgirls.
Yes.
And then round about Christmas, just when the voting was happening, Norbit came out, and that seriously affected his chances of getting the Oscar, because they thought, well, which one is the real Eddie Murphy here? So.
But you know what, though? That's a bit of a shame, because that's one doesn't have anything to do with the other. Do you know what I mean? As an actor, you're allowed to make choices where, I know that's objectively a bad film, but it doesn't take away from the good performance that he did give in the Oscar-nominated film. No. So it's a bit of a shame. I do think nothing will affect it. I mean, she's the only actor in the 4 categories that has swept the board thus far. Everything else is very, very open in terms of your best supporting actor has gone every which way. Same with best actor, and obviously best supporting actress as well. So it will be interesting to see what the top 4 are, and obviously best film. I would love to see Stellan Skarsgård get it, after such a lengthy career. Although it would be funny to have chain-smoking Sean Penn enter the stage at the Oscars.
I don't think Stellan Skarsgård is beloved enough within Hollywood to... I know he's been working in Hollywood for decades now, and as well as European cinema, but it doesn't have that same sentimental appeal, I don't think, to, it's time that he gets a...
No, and I totally
There's not really been
that
type of campaign,
Yeah, because the Oscars are very American looking, or at least sort of Anglo looking. I'll include the UK in that as well. The body of work that you do in European cinema almost doesn't seem to count, and that's why when you do have wins, I'm thinking Roberto Benigni, for example, for Life is Beautiful, it feels like such a fluke. Yeah, because it's something that's actually penetrated American consciousness, which very rarely happens at these big awards do's.
Oh yeah, definitely. They stick to the same type of films all the time, and it's always one of the big criticisms of the Oscars over the last sort of 20 years is the fact that they're not really taking into, they're dismissing performances in sort of big films, ones that actually make a lot of money, as being just fluff, and it's all just blockbuster popcorn stuff, and they don't actually see when
Or
somebody
horror.
puts in, yeah, exactly, yeah, or comedy, you know, so it's really
yeah.
just drama, you know. So horror is a prime example, and obviously the very few films actually get even close to sort of nomination. I think the last big one was Silence of the Lambs, and that wasn't a complete outright horror film.
Yeah.
And that kind of swept it. I think it won the best actor, actress in film, I think it was.
I think it did, yeah. Jodie Foster definitely won her Oscar for that,
Yeah, and Anthony Perkins.
Hopkins.
Oh, God, no. Hopkins,
because you said horror. It's because we said horror.
I know, yeah. It's just that in my age, and the fact it's Sunday morning, so. Oh, man. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, dear. Oh, I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys next weekend as well. I'm so looking forward to our wee day out.
Yep. We are going out next Saturday afternoon for our Christmas do.
As Simmy always says, no need to lock up your sons and daughters with a very respectful.
No. Yeah, that'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good laugh.
Yes.
We have very good times as well. So
yeah,
that'll be good.
We do. And it'll be good to get Simster out and about as well. I feel like it's been ages since I've seen him.
I'll need to take a photograph with, of him, because I've not seen him that long. I don't know what he looks like anymore.
We could get life-size cardboard cutouts of him, and we could put them in the background of these videos so that he's technically still part of the podcast.
Yeah. Just a wee voice box that you just tap, and it just says, number 7 in the series.
I love it. Right, well, I hope he's up for that, because that's exactly what's happening. I'll take one full body shot of him on Saturday, and then we can get it made into a wee cardboard.
Nice, brilliant.
Oh,
good.
I wanted Lisa Frankenstein to be a better film than it was. Genuinely, for the first bit, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool! It's so funny," and then it just went. Bleh.
Yeah, I only watched it last night. I was watching it, and Leslie was dotting in and out.
I was going to say, did you subject Leslie to?
Yeah, and she was like, this is shit? And I was like, yeah, it is kind of, yeah. So I couldn't defend it.
No.
So
it looked cool. I liked, as I say, I loved the 80s, so I loved all the colours and the style and the clothes and stuff like that. It just wasn't the film that I thought it was going to be, so I was quite disappointed in it. But I'm glad we talked about it though, because I think it is worthwhile, especially as we go into some of these other ones, there's such different interpretations of these characters out there. If we get around to obviously Phantom of the Opera, we could look at the Joel Schumacher one, and that's just fucking mental. But it's interesting to see how different directors or different eras even have sort of interpreted these characters for a different audience. I think it's definitely worth talking about, but I wouldn't rush out to recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, but it's, like you say, it's a worthwhile exercise. If it's good if a film is good or bad, it's still a worthwhile exercise comparing it to the originals as well. Because I can't remember the last time I saw the Phantom of the Opera, the original one. So that's going to be an interesting watch for me.
Yeah, I watched it. I feel like I watched it in October or November last year, because I watched that and The Mummy one weekend, the original, obviously, just out the box set. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see it, especially because they have those two in particular have quite outlandish contemporary adaptations compared to the drama of the original, so they will be good fun to talk about. Plus, we'll get to talk about Jerry Butler singing, so what's not
absolutely, yep. I've never seen the Jerry Butler version, so that will be a real eye-opener. No, that'll be a real eye-opener for me.
It was my entire personality for the year it came out.